Ah, yeah, Femi Ogedengbe. Today is the 23rd day of December 2019. I have something to talk about. Does he always have something to talk about? Yeah, we always have something to talk about. You know, to start with, we human beings, we all have our weaknesses. So, in some areas, some other people will point out our own weaknesses, while we point out some things that we think that cannot help our world. Some things that are not, they are not too, how do I put it? Some things that are not worth our time, but yet our brothers, our friends, our colleagues, people around us, they still get themselves involved in those things. For example, jealousy. It seems, I don't know how it started, but it has not always been there for Nigerians to be jealous of their brothers, their sisters that are doing well. There's always, there's this, since the advent of social media, there's been so much jealousy amongst friends, amongst children of the same mother, the same father, husband and wife. Like I said, friends, jealousy. It may not be too open to some people that jealousy exists in some relationships, but those jealousies and their traits are hidden in the behaviors of some of our people. I want to use myself as an example. I have a lot of things to talk about. I have not written anything down, but I have a lot of things to talk about. I hope I'll be able to line them up the way that will make sense to my listeners. Using myself as an example, I remember that somebody, a friend of mine, somebody that was close to me, was the first person that took me to internet cafe to open an email. And since I opened that email, I started making use of the email, and when search engines like Yahoo came out, I shifted my attention to the search engine. I was using it to search informations. All of a sudden, then Google became popular. We switched to Google. Then again, everybody started using Facebook. We switched to Facebook. All of a sudden, you know, phone was also becoming popular as at this time, whereby you could do all these things on your fingertips on your phone. So much later, there's BlackBerry. Then we have Instagram. After Twitter, Snapchat, and all that, we have Instagram. So now Instagram has now become the wealth of the society. Unconsciously, we are beginning to rate ourselves based on how many people are following us. We are beginning to claim standard and class based on the number of people who follow us on social medias, on all platforms of social media. We have totally ignored the fact that a nobody could actually buy a high followership on Instagram, and then all of a sudden he becomes relevant, so to speak, because it is the order of the day. And then the few people like us who came with the mentality of Facebook that you have to grow your followership organically, you came in there and start seeing friends, colleagues, even family members. You started following them because you do not know how it operates. Now, speaking of myself, at the initial stage, I don't know how it operates. You discover it's a different thing when you follow somebody you revere, somebody that you idolize. Let me give you an example of Ramsey Noah. He's in the industry where I belong, but Ramsey for me is a great actor. RMD is a great actor. Genevieve is a great actor. Omotola, all those people, yeah, they are my industry. We don't even have, a few of them we don't have one-on-one, but some of them we have one-on-one as friends. And then you decide to follow your brother on Instagram. And then you decide a step further to draw his attention or her attention by liking and commenting on whatever he or she posts. She sees what you have said, she ignores you, especially the ordinary people on the streets who are just friends. They ignore you. In fact, in some cases, you will inbox some people, but they have allowed that Instagram status madness to get into their head so much that they start to see themselves like a demigod because they have more followership than you. But at times you wonder how this Instagram followership, how it is achieved. Because somebody, Femi Ogerengbe, have acted in nothing less than 200 movies. Major, Wakapas, lead, name it. 200 movies. At least. Yet, I could hardly boast of 10,000 followers. But today, you have people who only do skits. They never acted before. They made use of their phone. They only do skits and they have organically grown 500,000 followers. When you, who has been in the public eye even before they got into secondary school, see what you are doing, you shun the tradition of minding your own business. You cross your lane, go to them and say, oh, young woman, oh, young man, what a wonderful work you're doing. You have done well for yourself. I really like what you're doing. Some of them will ignore you because they see themselves as bigger celebrities now because they have followership more than you. Even the person you partied with, your colleague you partied with last week, your colleague you spoke with on the phone, your colleague you sat with, your colleague you are in a particular movie with, your brother you live in the same house with. They try to draw the line between you and them on social media. We are the bigger boys on social media. You are the lesser people. Even till now, I still don't think about all that. When I see somebody who has done well, even those boys and girls that does skits, I go to their page and drop comment of encouragement, goodwill messages, because in truth, I appreciate their creativity. But some of them, they see these comments and encouragement as privilege. This attitude of ingratitude is the only thing responsible for what someone like Okocha is going through today. When you Google Okocha online, you will find out that people who comment about Okocha are more of the foreigners, showing surprise how one individual could be that talented. But yet, your African brothers, you don't see them there. Before you see comments concerning Okocha, Kano, and Nigerian players, you will find out that only hundreds are talking about it, except for when the person performs and does well in an international platform. For example, Anthony Joshua, Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, people from all over the world, they pour in to subscribe to them, to follow them. But you, because you don't appreciate good things, you now start talking about in fact, I don't know how to say it. We don't appreciate our own. The only way I could say this is I've been following this young man for a while now, Diamond Plantation. He's from Tanzania. Pick Tanzania, pick Nigeria. Tanzania should be about 50,000 people. Then pick Nigeria. Nigeria should be about 200 million people. When Diamond Plantation, when he releases any track, before nightfall on YouTube, that boy would have seen 1 million views. Sometimes far beyond 1 million views. But a Nigerian popular actor, a musician, not even actor, a popular musician will be struggling with 100,000 followers. And when anybody does something well, Burna Boy receive, you will see all these internet warriors laying claims to Burna Boy as if they trained Burna Boy for the award. It is very evil for anyone not to have the habit of being grateful, being respectful, knowing how to accord people their respect. If I see a fellow actor, no matter if the person is starting today, some people are just gifted in all this creativity thing, whether music, drum, acting, anything, art. Some people are naturally gifted. When I see people like that, I leave my seat, regardless of whether old or small. I leave my seat to go and congratulate such people, to open a relationship, to be friends with them, because I'm only recognizing and appreciating their talents, which can never, ever cover my own. Appreciating other people's talents can never cover your own talents. Instead, it will help to spread yours and help to promote yours. That's it. Also, okay, I remember a situation. I don't see you. I remember a situation, a very close friend of mine. Okay, let me explain it like this. We were in the film industry. I know the guy. He's hustling just like I hustled in the movie industry. But God has answered my own prayer. I've gone some 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of this particular guy. But faith will bring both of us together to live in the same area and be about the only 2 people in the Nollywood industry who live in the same area. So naturally, we became close pals. We weren't pals back in the industry. I know him, he knows me, but we weren't pals. Hi. We don't hang out. But because faith brought us together in the same area, and then there was not too much visit to the industry, so we spent time together with one another. He visits me, I visit him. Automatically, we build a relationship. But this guy has always shown rivalry in his dealings with me. Rivalry. There was no need for us to there's no basis, and there was no need for us to be rivals. But this guy, it was so much that anywhere I go to, both of us, after people recognize me as an actor, I am always feel the need to introduce him as my colleague. Because he has done a particular movie in the past and he has not really gotten any more, apart from one movie. He doesn't have your, and the one movie is over 14 years. So people don't really know that job. But anyway, we go to, people talk about me, actor, all this, I say, yes, so meet my friend. His name is this. He has done so film. He's exactly what I am is what he is. He's a director, he's a producer, he's an actor. That's the way I introduce him. But there was one incident that happened. This guy came to my house.